What's going on, Lotus Tribe? We're back here with another video. I always feel so comforted when I come in this space. It's like I could take a breath of fresh air knowing that I am building a collective of my tribe. Welcome to Ascension, the place of self and soul development, heavy on the soulful. And we're here. I know I start the messages like that. It's just so many things that I'm going through, so many emotions of what I see this becoming and how I see this growing, and just taking steps each and every day to show up in that space. So this is me definitely showing up for the collective, those who need to be guided. And as I experience and learn, just sharing those things. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified when I download a message. Get it? Download? Yeah, I get it. Anyways, so yeah, I think the last time we spoke, we were speaking of and heavily focusing on, what's to come, and just allowing ourselves to have faith. Healing is taking place, and I'm letting spirit channel me as I deliver these messages, but healing is also exhausting. And so there's a lot of work being done. And I know you feel it's time for you to go, boom, 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 put things in place. It's all in your mind. You gotta create. But healing is exhausting, so you have to allow yourself time to rest. That is something that just invoked me. I've been jotting down quite a few things as I've been going through the experiences and just trying to show up being the best version of myself. I've been channeling messages. Since yesterday. I try to message every day, but in particular to come forward and just deliver what the collective needs to hear. I'm going to start off with that before I get into the actual full synopsis of what we can take back, what we can reflect on. I have new life comes effortless, not with the burden of expectation or the weight of duty, but being free and being playful. Although you are resting, as you gear up, as your life begins to change and the reflection of what you call to yourself and what you attract, prepare to play in life. Life is a game. It's all how you play it. And so I feel as though you really haven't been living. You've been surviving and you've been doing and you've had ambition and you've had goals for yourself, but you haven't been living, experiencing, seizing the moment and taking in what's in front of you, where you are, and honoring that. You've been so focused on getting to the next place because the next place is going to lead you here and the next place is going to lead you here. But what you haven't understood is that you have created a habit of just moving, literally. You've created the habit of just moving when the habit that needs to be created in this moment is enjoying, seizing the moment, being present, honoring where you are, learning the lessons. So when that time comes, because it will come, where life will start, you'll start seeing the work that you've been doing in front of you. Be mindful that in that space of what you're calling to you and what you're asking for, that you are doing something different to what you've done before. You are learning to fully enjoy life and all that it has for you. Not taking things so seriously, but taking your time and enjoying yourself in that time. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Here's also what I have. this is for my women and my men. But mainly for my women. Being cheated on does not make you less than or not good enough, not worthy enough. When you feel the emotions and you have these feelings that rush you when you feel like you've been violated, not even just being cheated on, but just violated in such a way, it's important that we are mindful that those people doing those things, or if we feeling that we're being if we feel that we've been in a violation or that has been occurring and happening to us, not to take it personal. And I say that double fold. Let me explain when I say that. Not to take it personal in the aspect of you are the reasoning and there has to be something wrong with you and you are not valuable for somebody to treat you right. That is absolutely incorrect. However, the other side of that, and the balance of that, is saying, when I feel I'm being violated, or this is triggering me and I'm being violated, or this is a reflection of me, how do I, or in what ways can I have control, right? Like, I love myself enough not to expose myself to these circumstances and situations, have this relationship with this person, be in contact with this person, exchange energies with this person, put myself in these predicaments, put myself in these spaces. I love myself enough to take back my power and navigate that a little different, shift that a little different, whether that is finding a new partner, falling in love with yourself, finding a new job, setting up boundaries with people so that they learn how to treat you. And if they can't fall in line, then you find your tribe. And so I think the lesson in when you have these violations is sitting in the feeling, understanding how that makes you feel, but what is the root of it? Because you have to understand you are a reflection of what you experience. So there has to be something within you, within your vortex, to where this is a manifestation, reflection of that in your reality. Sit in that. Sit in that source of suffering. Identify where it is that actually comes from. What is the root of it? Address it. Forgive yourself, forgive others, but most of all, forgive yourself for exposing yourself to that. Forgive others who may have exposed you to that when you were in your phase of innocence. And extend compassion and grace in sitting in that. Here's my caution. You will feel it. You will feel the exhaustion. You will feel what it's like being in that space. Don't run away from it. Sit in it so you are familiar with it to the point to where that's no longer something that you will be finding yourself in. And when you identify it or see the red flags and the alarms going off, you can learn how to create a process for yourself so where you can learn how to pivot when those things present themselves. Okay? I'm spending so much time just on a journal reflection. I ain't even got to nothing else. The feeling of inadequacy is it truly inadequacy you are feeling? Or is there a root of suffering caused by someone else or yourself? And I think that kind of stems into what we just spoke about. Like, We like to take these things personal when we feel violated. We like to tell ourselves why we're deserving of it, or that we must not be worthy to want to experience something else. And this is just who we are. Like, we have to stop telling ourselves those songs. We have to stop putting that on our record player and playing that over and over and over again, because that is typically what causes those things to continue to show up in your reality. You know, when you love yourself and you're speaking life into yourself and you're speaking life over yourself and you are encouraging yourself, even in the times of tests, okay? All right, now, that's a gospel song. Encourage yourself. It's important that you understand that what somebody else may have done to you, or a mistake that you may have made in your life, does not define who you are. It is just a circumstance so that you can learn a lesson. Learn that lesson. Let it shape you, but don't let it allow you to be bitter. Allow it to help you grow. Allow it to tack on the armor of resilience and strength. Because we all going through it. It just looks different. We all going through it. We all are overcoming our lessons. We all are doing those things as I see 11:11. And lastly, as you come more into alignment with your traumas, the roots will unveil themselves, because essentially when you're becoming into alignment with yourself in divine order, you are jumping into 2 new timelines of reality. You are jumping into that version of yourself that exists on another timeline or another frequency. So if you here right now and you get in here, there's a gap. In order for you to get here, you got to fill that gap. So those traumas that may be here, you got to understand what it's taking, or what it's taking you to get here in order for you to get here. So you might see that there are things that are presenting themselves that deeply trigger you. Don't run away from it. Have firm boundaries with it, right? Where you can acknowledge it, but don't run away from it. Allow it to present itself. Don't push it to the side because you just don't want to deal with it. Deal with it, because it's necessary for you to deal with it in order for you to develop that emotional intelligence that you need, in order for you to recognize certain things, so that when you get here, you can have those tools to pivot. That's what I got. That's what I journaled. I'm going to make the other part of this message very smooth, because we just spent so much time reflecting and I didn't expect that. But nonetheless, that's where we are. That's where we take back. Sit with those things. You know, you are an extension of love. And love is God. God is love. That is all things. And I think when we learn to have that within ourselves, we can then extend it to others and so forth. And we will really start to see a shift of humanity just by extending that. Where you are right now, you are having revelation. And it's not always going to feel good in that space. You are becoming one with all that is and all that's knowing. That doesn't mean you're not going to have trials and tribulations. That doesn't mean you're not going to go through another awakening, but you are aligning with the divine. Clarity is being given to you. Miracles are being birthed. And so with the soil being so fertile, right? Because the fruits that you're about to eat, the soil got to be full. That determines how sweet your fruit is. Your soil, how well the crop grows, your soil, and the soil is becoming fertile, so that the seeds that you're planting, the birth that you're about to intake, and forgive me as I dance, that's just me, y'all, but you have to be able to pick out the weeds from the old crop and the old soil before you could repot somewhere else, or before you can put something in this ground. You have to trust the process, because the things that are fated to you are yours. It's no way that your opportunity is gonna pass you by. It's important that you're mindful of how you think. It's important that you're mindful of how you choose to go about your day. It's important about how you're mindful about how you choose to deal with tribulations and issues and things like that that come into your life. It's important that you develop your own clarity. It's important that you sit with yourself so you can receive the downloads and you can hear your higher self give you the messages and the guides. This moment is about living and feeling, because whatever you have coming to you belongs to you. There is nothing that no one or anything can do to prevent you from having that. Soul purpose is what I'm hearing. And I know those who find this usually have some type of impact that they are making, that they are setting a plan to help fulfill, really following purpose, because we are very purpose driven here. So you would not connect to this if you were not in tune with purpose. And so whatever that is and what that looks like for you is guaranteed. You already have it. It is just trusting the process. It's not going to look the way that you expect it. It's not going to look maybe how you want it to look, but it will look and it will come to you perfectly in divine order, in divine timing, under God's grace, the Most High's grace. Believe in it, trust the process, continue to love yourself. You will continue to go through different phases of metamorphosis, but you are the jewel ultimately. You are the diamond. And so with that, I honor you. I love you. Continue to grow, continue to show up being the best versions of yourself. Click the link down below. That is my free 4-day identity shifting workbook to help you decipher where you are. In order for you to get some type of insight of where you need to go, it gives you that clarity that you are needing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow. Share with others that you know need to hear this message. I absolutely love y'all, Lotus Tribe. It's been a long time coming, and I'm just so grateful that I've gotten here. And I'm so grateful for you all as we continue this journey with one another. Leave some comments down below. Let me know how you feeling. Let me know what y'all going through. This is what we here for. We here to build tribe. We here to build community. Sometimes you need to hear it from somebody else in order for you to have full understanding to take the steps that you need to take. Until next time, I love y'all so much. Yeah.